lucky cats. Lucky Cat, back with more Dream Daddy. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more dads to go. Also, I have found out that one full playthrough in if I do both
Dad.
how I would play and the good ending. It's 2 hours long. So expect some really long episodes. Let's get some Dan here in here. Browse. Gotta make sure to change the color, man. Yeah, let's go with those. I don't want to go with a dark color because then I would just be creating Dan, wouldn't I? Yes. Actually, no. No facial hair. Clothes. Sure.
Name that dad.
Okay, let's go with done.
Dad.
Alright, fast forward.
Yeah.
Your mother and I. Pooped your pants during a sleepover. Dad, that was me. I did that. Good to know. The day you were born.
Yeah.
Multiple places to sleep. I need some coffee ASAP.
Dad.
Chai, please.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoy chai.
Right.
I need some fresh air. To the park. Hello. Can I help you? It's a new technique. Brag. Obviously. Okay, still doing good. Okay, start with the items. Eek. Spelling bee photo. Dang. I wish it were more obvious. Which ones? Which item?
Oh, excellent.
What item did what? Is what I've been trying to say that entire sentence. He probably wants his plate back.
Whoa.
I need to rest.
Nice.
Bro!
Dad.
I'm secretly mayor of this town. Go out and watch the game. You know, the one that's on TV.
Hey.
I'm not buying you a drink, Mary.
Hey.
Hi. I already wooed you. You can't seduce me. Get out of my life, Robert. Compliment his hand tattoo, because I know you don't like it. Trying to make friends. No, thank you. I better call it a night. I'm not hanging out with you, Craig. Oh. She's fine. I didn't mean to say that, but she's fine. Let's go to the mall.
Alright.
So I will be going for Damien this time around.
Hey. Yeah.
Even though Robert is so handsome and secretive and mysterious and... Damn it, I love him too much. I need to detach myself from Robert. Said to beef up my grilling skills.
Hey.
Mary. Let's talk to Joseph and Damien. Fast forward. Actually, wait, I shouldn't since this is... where I'm gonna begin the Damien route. Talk to Joseph and Damien. I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead Goth and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. So, I'm curious. Can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter and provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an interesting choice. Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. Phil! I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead Goth and Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Goth and Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope that you know while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Gotham Beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood. Hey, Amanda! Would you consider yourself a goth? Amanda yells back. I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would describe myself more as twee hipster with some normcore leanings. Bats are cool though. Ah, pity.
Oh.
Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? It would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch, at your service. Damien finishes his sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey, won't you come play with us? Come play with us forever. Guys, enough with the creepy twins stick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back away. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. I don't know. I think they got it from you, Mary. I mean, you obviously don't care about your children. Mary takes a long sip of the wine. I think I might have taped over our VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing a dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my 5th. I have squeezed 4 little. Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary. Okay, geez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Oh, Lucien, have I introduced you to Phil yet? Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucien bows. Whatever. Sir. Lucien bows again. Mr. Christiansen, may I have a veggie burger? Sir. Coming right up, bud. Are you vegetarian? Yep. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Dad. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the girl. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Whoa, is that a tattoo? Yep, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That's cool. Want to see mine?
My.
What? Lucien pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing the lopsided 666 in black ink. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucien. We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked sick. That's the sign of the devil, Lucien. Thought you should know. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though, that number carries weight. Man, Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. Burger time. I am
Nice.
done talking to everyone I need to talk to. I mean, I got a burger in me, so... Yep. Work on some stuff. Yeah, no. Dad stuff. I was scared. I'm sorry. Okay, let's enjoy my coin collection. The last shaker of salt. Comfortable with crying. A good father. Sean Connery's entire filmography. Doing a 1,000-piece puzzle. A sensible cardigan. Conspiracy theories.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay. How do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise or black cats, please send me a letter. You want me to send you a letter? Listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. Bye! A coffin pronouncing bosom correctly. A bat. Fair enough. It's night. We're at an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. An upside down cross. Mortality salience. All right, Damien, let's hang out. Are you sure you're not a vampire? Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien is typing. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Phil, I must confess my excitement to receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. Thanks! I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. Whoa, there's more. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, Adieu. Yours humbled, D. Blood March. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda! Amanda pops out of her room, her eyes a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Yeah, totally, I'm cool. I just found out that the succulent I've been watering and singing to for the past 3 months was actually made out of plastic. Even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey. I'm sorry about your plant. I can buy you a new one if you want. A real one this time. That's sweet, but I rescued that plant. And now that I know it's fake, she cleanses her fist with determination. I'm still gonna love it no matter what. Is this what a parent is like? Yeah, sweetie. Make sure it gets into a good college. But seriously, you can talk to me about anything, right? Yeah, that's why I'm sharing my succulent woes with you. Okay, just remember that it's okay to be sad. Also remember that I love you very much. And only want what's best for you. Alright, geez, don't make me cry again. Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not pumping your back pimples. No, can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad? Kids got over saying lol and lamau or whatever and decided what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What?
Yeah.
Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill, Dad? How will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and then now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards, Phil.
Yeah.
Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look out for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large ornate carved bat's head on the door knocker back and a hollow sound echoes through the house as I strike it against the door. Bye! I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer. Noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. Ah, there's a puppo. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Phil, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings. I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. I would rather stay here with the oil paintings and the fossil heads. I would rather leave. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past the door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Did they listen to my chemical romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know, the rebellious teenage years are. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward. There's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Neat. Books are cool. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I can show you how sometime. I'd rather not. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. The pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn! Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? It's one of my favorite pastimes. Wait, really? No. But Victorians didn't appreciate telling a good joke. You know, Phil, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Yeah, I know! Many people thought more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. Actually, only certain people were allowed to read because everything was still in Latin. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read it aloud. Naruto! Yay! Oh no, it's fan fiction! It's Naruto Sasuke fan fiction! No! My worst enemy! Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
Oh my.
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. Did you read that? That's a rare book from my private collection. Uh-huh. Sure you didn't write it. Please, will you join me for tea? Also, ninja pants. and also unbuttoning. If we're bounding Naruto, there are no limits. We are ripping those pants off. I read too many smut fanfics. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for criticizing you, game. I followed Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. Delicious. I can't believe we're having high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
Oh.
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact, the high refers to both the latter time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they're served. Oh, my dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is impressive. It seems like you really put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff? Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city?
Huh.
Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermy animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws, and to love it all the same. Tell me, Phil, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do. But I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing and, quite honestly, rather attractive. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick! Sound sophisticated! I learned how to juggle once. I don't know how to juggle, actually. Love me some word jumbles. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. In a sense. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Is it Vincent's room? Oh, it's your backyard. Damien takes me around the back of his home where a variety of flowers flourish in beautiful landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. Are you sure this is a garden and not like... Oh shoot, I lost the word for it. I had it, and then I lost it. and not like a forest. Not what I intended to use, but good enough. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it's paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Yes. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off of a vine. Lilium bulbiferium, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? Okay. Thou art the tightest. And oranges for friendship, I believe. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Oh. Well. And that's precisely why floral arrangements is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? I do like sunflowers, but let me Google image search these other two before I make my definitive choice of sunflowers. Honeysuckle. No, not recycle, you stupid voice search. Honeysuckle. That's right. You listen to me. Oh, that's a nice one. Snapdragons. Oh. I like snapdragons. Because they're cute. And you can do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking. What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I followed Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Phil, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised that it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. I wouldn't be able to enjoy this as much as my character is. My skin is dry and floral scents really irritate it, so I would be literally itching nonstop. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start that one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle. Oh no! Okay, that's the head. I wish I knew what piece I was looking at. Okay, come on. We can do this. It's gotta be this piece. It's gotta be one of these two pieces, because it can't be the head. Am I not supposed to fix it? I hope I'm not supposed to fix it because I only have 10 seconds left. Eek.
Out of time.
Oh, shoot. Would you believe it was an accident? Please don't kill me. Crap. I can't figure this out. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. I hope it's not about the guard. My sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so...
What?
Phil, did you break my gargoyle? I am supposed to be able to fix it. Skip. Thou art the tightest. Snapdragons.
Fix that guard.
Fix that garg. Start. There's no way I can fix this. There's absolutely no way. Oh. How come that didn't work before?
Goal.
Go! Because I swear I put it like that. Whew, that was a close one. Uh-oh. Here comes Damien. He looks upset. Phil, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucien. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh, no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucien's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. To the Dadmobile! Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the "my kids are in trouble" rodeo. What is it this time? This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. Oh no. Is he torturing poor innocent students? Lucien! Don't be pulling medieval torture devices. I will be very impressed and upset. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucien has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me. The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second. Lucian, did you try to cask of Armontillado Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I actually want to load and find out what that is.
Huh. What?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, Google. Time to work your magic. Cask. Perfect. The mystery in the... Hang on, let me pull up the full thing. Oh, it is Tiado. The Cask of Amontillado is a short story by Edgar Allan Poe, first published in the November 1846 issue of Godey's Lady's Book. The story is set in an unnamed Italian city at carnival time in an unspecified year. Is about a man taking fatal revenge on a friend who believes has insulted him. Like several of Poe's story, and in keeping with the 19th century fascination with the subject, the narrative revolves around a person being buried alive. In this case, by immurement. As in The Black Cat and the Telltale Heart, Poe conveys the story from the murderer's perspective. Immurement, from Latin in, and murus, wall, literally walling in, is a form of imprisonment, usually for life, in which a prison is placed within an enclosed space with no exits. This includes instances where people have been enclosed in extremely tight confinement, such as within a coffin. When used as means of execution, the prisoner is simply left to die from starvation or dehydration. This form of execution is distinct from being buried alive, in which the victim typically dies from asphyxiation. I wish I could pronounce things better. Good to know. I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turned to Damien and whispered to him, What's Casa of Amontillado? I just told everybody. And now you're gonna tell me? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe's short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to his cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. Not buried alive, by the way. He just kind of placed him behind a brick wall and left. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was going to sit while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot. But then he realized that I lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad.
What?
It took you 20 minutes. Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucien was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie. It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucien to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell? Don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucien high five. It would actually be more punishment to force them to stay at school longer. Obviously. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Blenmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucien, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucien immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job, I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucien continues staring out of the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright, and all things considered, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. I really admire how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It really does. You're a good dad. See you around soon. It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy.
Oh.
I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. Yo, what you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outdoors is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I'm not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular size house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucien since he tried to. He lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of fine vintage and then tried to break him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucien live streamed the entire thing. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy is a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Me 3.
Are you familiar with the works of Corey Feldman? He simply slayed in The Lost Boys.
I don't like the way you said Slade there. Oh boy, now I'm more terrified of Damien. I was scared and then I relaxed a little and now I'm scared again.